Modification station.
Ooh.
Modification station.
Wow, wow, wow.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah, you're unmuted. Yep.
Modification station.
I'm just stretching my game window. It's a lot of games don't let
Yeah,
you stretch them.
totally.
This one does. It's quite nice.
Got to introduce this new segment. Brand new segment on the show.
Yeah.
Where we play modded stuff.
Like this
talking
is
about randomizers, talking about fan translations,
prototypes.
talking about leaked ROMs.
Yeah. So this is where we're starting.
Yeah. And we're starting with Dinosaur Planet.
Yeah, I'm gonna
a game with
myself.
a ton of history.
I was gonna say name
it's
myself.
Not even
Motto, but it's Mudo is our name.
Mudo. A game that's not even on Twitch. We couldn't even find this game on. There's no category on Twitch for this game.
It doesn't exist.
Exactly, because it was canceled and turned into a Star Fox game.
Yeah. So
that's
this game playing on an emulator apparently will have some significant graphical glitches. I don't know what those are going to be, but we're going to find out together.
You're supposed to play it on like a different emulator or something?
You're supposed to play it on a flash cartridge. So you're supposed to actually flash it onto a Nintendo 64 cart and play it on a system.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. Like that's... There's voice acting.
Like, it's crazy how far along this game was, yeah. It's got a pretty fascinating history. We played Star Fox Adventures, Dinosaur Planet, in gaming history once. And we talked about how it was originally this game called Dinosaur Planet.
How much do you remember
canceled
about
and turned into a Star Fox game?
That game?
What's that?
Like, is this the same as the beginning of that?
I think it kind of is, yeah. She was still, this character, Crystal, was still a main character.
Right. Is Prince Tricky gonna be in this?
I don't know.
Man, I hope so. He was so fun.
But just this year, or not this year, I guess it's last year. Or wait, was it this year?
This was just like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, just this year in 2021, even though it's only just March 2021.
Maybe 3 weeks ago. Maybe it was last year.
It got leaked.
Yeah.
For the first time. You can actually play it.
Play it, we will. Oh, I've been playing it all along. Didn't realize that.
Oh! Got some Panzer Dragoon going on. Wow. Yeah, like there's this Dinosaur Planet blog that just says, here we go, like playable Dinosaur Planet build, 20 years of this game in limbo. And there were 15 spent researching it, and we're finally here.
This kind of does remind me of the very beginning of Star Fox Adventure.
Of the Star Fox game, you mean?
Yeah, doesn't it start you fighting a giant ship in the rain, but it turns out to be Andros or something?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is basically the beginning. Andros is only revealed at the very end of Star Fox Adventures.
Right.
Feels really dumb. Doesn't match up at all. I'm gonna look up a video here though of Star Fox Adventures. It starts the exact same. Crystal's on a pterodactyl in a storm.
This looks like more of
fights
a bird.
A ship that looks exactly the same.
Does she say this? Back to Cloud Runner Fortress. Man, that's a generic-looking bad guy.
Rare is good at that.
Yeah, that's true. They invented generic.
Just realized not only are we playing 2 N64 games today, we're playing 2 rare N64 games.
Oh, yeah.
Although, of course, this game didn't come out. This Rare made this for the GameCube. Yeah, it looks like there's weird frame rate issues happening.
Yes. Although, like, I've got a frame counter on screen, and it's staying between 40 and 50.
Yeah, it just looks like it's, yeah, sort of slow, like sort of always in slow-mo.
Yeah. It feels like there's just frames kind of missing, more so than anything.
Right. Yeah. And no, this is very similar to what Star Fox Adventures became.
There was never combat like this in an N64 game. Like, Ocarina of Time kind of started it, but this feels like a whole... It would have been really something.
It's weird, hey, to think about, yeah, if this game had just come out as it was rather than jamming Star Fox into it.
Because it feels almost Dark Souls-y, the combat. Man, the music sounds so bad. Like, is it just
I think that there's major audio issues happening as well.
Who knows? It's like, yeah, you were playing a found relic.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that anything's even happening at all is a huge problem.
Wow, apparently Dinosaur Planet was originally to feature Timber, the tiger from Diddy Kong Racing.
Cool. So they were going to try and have all those Diddy Kong characters show up in something?
I kind of like that, actually. The idea of just making a racing game and then spinning off all the characters into their own platformers.
Saber Wolf is in 2 games. Well, and Diddy Kong Racing
that's
and Banjo
also
Island. So he's actually in 4.
Wow. He's the original.
General King, ruler, tyrant, and
Wait.
dictator of the shop group.
He just says his name. He's like introducing himself, but all he's doing is saying his name.
My name is Crystal, and I'm coming for the princess.
He's also in
Crystal.
Dinosaur Planet.
Oh yeah, General Scales, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
He looks
wonder
the exact
if,
same.
if he's being used by Andros all along this.
I think he is, but that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I do know that Star Fox was already being worked into this game.
We had a nice
Really?
At this point.
chat, and he's agreed
Yeah, because he's in
the
it
rest
somehow.
of
I've seen a screenshot of him in the N64 one.
Star Fox or
You
Andros.
coward, Scales. My mother will send an army
It's
of
Fox
demons.
McCloud, yeah.
Ah, yes, Princess Di. Your son. Once
I'm kind of reading about it here. Like, it's interesting.
Then we'll pay your mother.
They started with Timber the Tiger, but then, and they were gonna have it. They had it being as him as a time traveler into a prehistoric world.
Before you could save the princess.
But eventually they found it better to shift the main character into 2 separate ones: Saber the Wolf and Crystal the Fox.
Weird.
So Saber Wolf was gonna be in this basically too.
That's crazy.
Oh, it sounds like Tricky is in this game. He was going to be Saber. He was like it had Saber and Crystal, along with sidekicks Tricky and Kite, who both appear in the finished game as well.
Huh. I don't remember Kite at all.
And there's a wizard named Randorn. He sounds amazing. I hope we get to meet Randorn.
Randorn the wizard.
Now how do we steer this ship?
Crystal has kind of a much derpier face in this game. Like, they tried to, like, hot her up for Star Fox Adventure, which is so freaky.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's yeah.
Here she just looks like.
I wonder if you play as Saber at all in this game.
I wonder.
It was intended to be Rare's last game for the N64.
Everything takes so long. What am I watching?
Wow, and then Miyamoto sounds like he kind of fucked it up, as he does sometimes.
Yeah,
his
oh
way.
yeah, he's not infallible.
Well, he just gets his fingers into things, and it's like, I don't think you needed to do that, Miyamoto. He was going along fine. As he says, so, like, Rare was developing Dinosaur Planet, and they were just getting ready to show it off at E3 2000.
Yeah.
But right before E3 2000, Miyamoto was reviewing it, and just thought that the design of Saber was very similar to Fox.
Oh.
And so they arranged a meeting before they revealed it. They said, let's keep it quiet and let's see if we can make it a marriage of Dinosaur Planet and Star Fox.
Wow.
And they agreed to it.
That way, instead of creating a whole new franchise for Nintendo, we're gonna shoehorn one of our good old ones in there.
Exactly. This sounds great. This won't screw up the project at all.
No.
So they agreed to do it. And
Crazy. And I'm sure Rare was never happier.
And they were gonna do it still though as an N64 game. So that sounds like what this is.
Yeah.
So it's like it's their game, it's their Dinosaur Planet game with Fox shoehorned in. Is that something?
Yeah. This takes so long, and I don't think we're seeing the whole boat here. It looks like we're only seeing the front of the boat.
It's crazy how long it takes. Like in the long play of the GameCube game,
Yeah.
within like 5 minutes, she's in like a whole dungeon. This dungeon.
Wow.
Like it took like 5 minutes to get this far.
Why does she have a rolling pin on her?
We stopped.
I think part of it is the frames are dropping, and I think it's going like probably like 15% slower than
Must be.
it's actually supposed to.
But like, thinking about this on the N64 is kind of bonkers.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't open the cage.
Like,
Yeah, it would have been a great N64 Swan song.
Okay.
Totally.
I'm not feeling too good anyway. This must be Warlock Mountain.
Oh, we're gonna go see Randorn?
Yeah, and that's it was the Star Fox license that made them start rethinking it being on the N64 because they thought the Star Fox brand will bring us more awareness, so let's make it
I'll go and find the
they decided to make it a GameCube launch game,
Right.
and then Saber was dropped in favor of Fox.
Wowee. The rest is history. Oh boy,
Yeah,
now that we're in this open
And
area,
they've- yeah,
it's
we-
gone down to 30 frames a second. It does not like this area.
Oh yeah, jeez. Yikes.
It prefers the indoors. What we got here?
There you go. I'm sure there's even more to it than that, but that's the gist of it.
cool. Look at all these dead dinosaurs.
Yeah, and it feels like what would have been. Hey, is that tricky?
I think it's too big for Tricky.
Oh. But yeah, it feels like it took what would have been a very impressive N64 game and made it like a mediocre GameCube game.
Totally.
Oh, this is rough.
This is like
Oh,
that scene in Jurassic
Randorn.
Park where Laura Dern comforts the dying Triceratops. And then
Oh.
they're going to pan to Jeff Goldblum after this, and he's going to say, "That's a whole lot of shit," at a big pile of poop. It's going to be hilarious.
Well, it's in Conker's Bad Fur Day.
What is she doing? What's with her weird whispering hands?
I don't know.
I think all the dinosaurs are dying.
Oh.
Oh, he just disappeared. Oh, God.
Whoa. On back to the stars.
Oh. Ouch! Go! Run! Oh.
Yeah, like I am quite curious about this Ron here. Like, at what point in development it was. Like, do you wonder if you're gonna play as Saber or Fox, or only Crystal?
Saber the wolf, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and this was, yeah, we didn't mention this actually, but it was,
When this frame rate
leaked. It was acquired from a collector in Sweden.
for like $2,500, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
When the gameplay's like above 30 frames a second, it feels pretty good. Like even the Zelda games on the N64 are chunky as hell. Oh, but sometimes this is just.
And yeah, like the battles in Star Fox Adventures weren't bad.
Yeah, totally. What's you? What are you?
But like it would have been way more impressive feeling on the N64.
For sure.
What happened to you?
It's Randorn.
It was scales.
You're missing all the Randorn action.
Oh. I didn't. Randor's not as cool as I was hoping, but he's still pretty cool.
Totally.
No need to worry
Like,
about
is he old? I can't even tell.
I
taught me
have no
well.
idea.
The duration
Oh yeah, he looks old.
princess.
Yes,
I don't
she's
know.
stuck in a
got
cage and
very-
dying.
Or Green Rabbit says
He's like a
it's the
crooked
encoder of
bat.
the software or your hardware that changing the emulator can make a world. This,
Dinosaur Planet.
I'm having to run this in a crazy emulator already.
Danger. You must take this.
Like I'm running.
Yeah, this is like.
It doesn't work normally.
Apparently you're
with
supposed
Logic
to,
64, which I
uh,
usually use.
What'd you say? Put it on a flash card and run it
Yeah.
on the actual N64 hardware itself?
Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, we knew this might be
They
a
must be scattered all over
rough
the planet
ride.
now.
It's true.
If you find a page, and I've collected enough magic energy,
You guys can follow along with the
Because,
frame
yeah,
rate
this
in the
was-
bottom
this
right
is just-
corner.
This is a leaked
I'll look
ROM.
out for them, so you don't have to worry about scales anymore.
it's not scales I'm worried about. Let me tell you about the history
Hmm.
of Dinosaur Planet. When time was just
Okay, yeah,
beginning,
Randorn's awesome.
a race known as the Krazoa ruled this world
Yeah, the audio is
and
cracked.
much of the universe.
Yeah.
Though in a
Yeah,
great
exactly.
battle,
It's
It's like we're playing an
They
It's
are
pretty
much
rough.
of the universe. What is
Yeah.
destroyed. And from this destruction came life.
Although the way that this guy's talking, with, like, the
dinosaurs
slow
gone.
frame rate and
The
everything, it
great
almost feels
Chameleon
like
dragon
Dark Crystal.
created this world. And since that day, life has been good. At least until General Scales unleashed
Yeah, it's
his
crazy.
army.
It's crazy that this ROM exists
But
at all.
there's
That we're
something
even able to
else.
play this at all.
The king of
But the fact that it's like
just
almost
real-
fully
this is
voice
a-
acted, and it's got a musical
and began to
score,
think
and
the ancient texts were
Oh
hiding
yeah, they were
something.
pretty much done. It seems like. And then, like I said, Miyamoto came in and said, "Hey, what about Star Fox?"
let's just put a pinch of Star Fox in here. What if you guys just did a
Yeah,
barrel
and
roll?
then-
Go to Discovery Falls.
Years later, they released it, and
You'll
it was
find
just,
some answers
by then it was
there.
kind of
It was just a.
mediocre.
Oh, render.
Interesting thing though,
What?
I did read here that this build features a unique build for Fox instead of Saber.
Oh,
As long as I stay
So,
here,
yeah,
Then
it
I'll
does.
be
It sounds
fine.
like they, like I was saying
magic
before,
within
they
this place is
they
keeping me alive.
they were gonna
Search
try
the
to make
chamber for an
this a
object.
Star Fox
And
game
use
on
it
the
to escape from
N64,
the mountain.
right.
but
This will take you to a friend.
it sounds like they then
They'll
like
direct
once they
you and the princess
made it with Star
to
Fox with
Discovery
Fox
Falls.
McCloud in mind, they were like, well, I guess we could do more and like actually make it a full Star Fox game and like build it all around Fox instead of all around Crystal.
Yeah.
And so that's when they decided to like remake it for the GameCube. This is a magic crystal plant.
Chop it down with your sword. I didn't think I had a sword. I have a staff. What?
You never played this game. Yeah, this game, yeah, it's a canceled game. I don't know if you ever played the GameCube Star Fox Adventures, Dinosaur Planet.
Ooh.
That's what this game eventually became. Like this has Fox McCloud in it as a I think as a playable character, but he's kind of a secondary character.
You really feel it's Zelda DNA in here, though.
Yeah, they intended it to be like yeah, in the same style of Ocarina of Time from the beginning. Yeah, and it just leaked. Just leaked recently.
A few weeks ago or something. However, time.
Oh no,
moves.
oh yeah, that's right. It was just in February. A leaked ROM, a late development version of Dinosaur Planet for the N64 dated December 2000 was leaked online, having been acquired by a collector in Sweden. So this is the first time anybody
Crystal. There's
was
no
able to
time
actually
to
play
waste.
this thing.
You must go to Discovery Falls.
McKinley's talking about a burger in the U.S. that's a deep fried burger between two glazed donuts. Yeah, I
Oh,
have
I've
heard of
had.
it.
You
actually.
can get. There's a burger place in Edmonton you can get a burger between two donuts. It's
Well, there you
no, it's too much. You don't want that.
Yeah, I don't think it would be good.
I had recently. I had a burger that was between two grilled cheese sandwiches, and that was also just too much.
Yeah, too much. Here Travis says we need more channel points rewards. I know. We've been trying to think of that since the beginning. What do you have any ideas?
Yeah, what would you want to even? What does somebody even want to spend channel points on?
I know. We had there's like a emulator that were never able to set up to play. There's like a whole thing called crowd control where you can play games and people can spend channel points to mess with the game, but we weren't able to set that up because we're not too bright.
Good at computers. Oh wow,
It's
this feels so
confusing.
floppy. Aiming anything on an N64 was never good.
Yeah, well, because you only had one joystick, so you always had to like stop.
Oh man, it's just.
But yeah, I have couple ideas for crowd. Yeah, McKinley, crowd control does require bits, but there's a new. They apparently just recently allowed to spend points as well. I don't know. I think by that they mean like you can spend points to get bits, basically. And then you can spend in your crowd control. But I don't know. It sounds like they added something for channel points recently. But yeah, I have a couple ideas, but I need a few. More.
Oh man, it sounds so crackly.
Yeah,
I kind of love it.
It is like playing a game that we just found from another dimension.
Totally. But we're playing it while looking through to this other dimension.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, yeah,
Crystal,
seeing it through
there's no time to
freaky
waste.
haze.
You must
WandaVision.
go to Discovery Farm.
This game would be so much better if they made Crystal hot.
Yeah, and added space fighting sequences.
Oh.
Let's shoot through your spaceship. What it needs. And for Scales, Professor, whatever his name, Captain Scales, to turn out to be Andros in the end.
Oh man, that'd be so cool. I don't know where they
This
want
is
to
interesting,
go.
though. This is an article written by somebody who worked on Dinosaur Planet. It says, I was a lead on Dinosaur Planet, and this leaks brings back great memories.
Huh.
Interesting. Oh yeah, right. Like he says, this guy said we just read about this, but he says Fox wasn't actually the second protagonist we tried, but the third because of Timber the Tiger.
Just... Oh, that's not what they want me to shoot. What do you want me to do, game? Green Rabbit's sharing some pride. Slash bits? Are those bits? Yeah, those are bits.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for the
this
pride bits. Proud of those bits and of my LGBTQ friends.
Oh, now you got that one thing next to you. You know what that means.
He says, why is this game called Dinosaur Planet? Why is the stream category retro? Because there's actually no... I could here, I'll just do this.
I'm super lost.
Kind of gives it a little bit of context. But the Dinosaur Planet doesn't actually have a category on Twitch because it's like not a real game.
Are those like prideful cobras?
But Star Fox Adventures, which I just changed the title to, is... Oh wow! So Green Rabbit just sent us some unicorn bits,
I'm
like a unicorn coming out of a rainbow heart. When I first saw it, I thought it was a penis, though. Unicorn cobras of pride. Oh, it's unicorn cobras. That is what I call my penis, so that makes a lot of sense. The unicorn cobra.
How do I activate the warp activator, you dumb game? I'm very confused.
I mean, they do, like, this developer in this article makes it clear that he, like, they made Dinosaur Planet not even thinking about Star Fox. But
Right.
it's like, you know, their main character was a wolf that travels through space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think when Miyamoto mentioned Star Fox, they were like, "Oh shit!" Like
We're stepping
we
on
didn't even
Nintendo's
think of
feet here.
Star Fox. We've been making like a Star Fox game basically,
Yeah.
and everything but the name. Like, yeah.
I don't know what you want from me, game.
Yeah, and the team did think it was amazing. Like they were blown away. They were like, "Yes, let's make it a Star Fox game."
It feels like the least bit-worthy gameplay I've ever put on.
Killing to realize you can actually subscribe with various tiers, but you have to be on the website, not the app. I mean, I always knew about the tiers because we actually have different emotes that you can unlock for each tier. But I didn't know that the app only let you subscribe on one level. That's crazy.
Gosh, this aiming is painful.
The writer ends the writer and the developer of this game ends with saying, "Now, if only somebody could dig up that really old demo with Timber in his rucksack." He's like, "Come on, give the guy his own game." After this guy just really wants a Timber game.
I don't even have any magical juice.
And Rabbit would subscribe to Grimpen Tier 3 if there were more emotes. Just saying. Well, that sounds awesome, but what do you mean? How do you make more emotes? Like, I mean, I mean, I know how to make more emotes, but like, how do you make like? Are you saying like Tier 3 can get you like multiple emotes? I don't know. I actually haven't even looked at Twitch's things for a long time. Actually. There's more emotes than just Grimpen face. I think so. It's like Grimpen. More than just the one? Yeah, I mean, maybe I can make some better ones though. It's just this one. There's Grimpen thinking, and Grimpen face explosion. Grimpen explosion. Grimpen think. Grimpen explosion. I was actually working on some different ones though. And Monster has a special 3D Richard emote that can only be unlocked with Tier 3. Wow, 3D emote. How does that work?
I'm out of magic and I have to wait for magic to come back for me to try using my stupid aim.
Oh. Crazy. McKinley says for Tier 1 you get all those emotes? I didn't realize that. Okay, I'll do some more remote work then. I think when we signed up for Twitch like years ago, you could only have 3 emotes, one for each tier.
Times have changed, I guess.
Green Rabbit wants Griffin's penis to be a good emote. Yeah, I don't know. That's a horrific.
It's true.
That would probably get us banned.
It's like an unknowable horror is the thing. No one can describe what they've seen.
Exactly.
So how can you make it an emote?
Cthulhu-esque. Exactly.
Oh, more subs get you more emotes.
Oh, the more subs I get, the more emotes. Interesting. I should really look into that.
This is the worst.
I actually made some templates for a couple other emotes, but I'm not sure if they're gonna work. I really like. We need some text alerts. I like his dingus alerts and what. Yeah, it's been a long time since I looked at that. Cool. I'll look into that. I'm working on getting some more sound alerts made as well.
Oh, do you see those 2 dots?
And we got some new segments. This is actually a new segment, Green Rabbit. When this is all over, watch the replay, and there's a new animation. A new animation that I just made.
gosh.
McKinney says, fairly certain there's also a channel extension that gives more emotes as well as GIF emotes.
Oh, story.
No, I still haven't tried Parsec either. I meant to, but
It took us like
we're working on
at
that.
least half a year to even try Discord. And when I say half a year, I mean like 2 years.
We're pretty slow at everything, but yeah, all weekend was like me working on that intro.
What's going on?
Kite! Help me out!
I'm gonna try to get into my browser right now.
Well, here, I can turn down the N64 volume. But the crackling is part of the game. Learn to love it.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
There's only a few minutes left.
I just prayed for Kite, and then Kite didn't come. I'm gonna try jumping, and hopefully Kite comes and gets me. Nope, just a lady's Wilhelm scream.
That's exactly what it was.
What good is Kite if Kite doesn't show up when I need it?
I wonder if we can get in trouble for this, Ron.
I don't think so. What are they gonna do?
Me neither.
Tell our moms?
Huh, yeah, like, I guess when you get the swap stone, it refers to the character as Saber, and there's like an icon that's Saber, but when you actually play as him, it's Fox.
Weird.
I don't know how far that is into the game, but I don't think we're going to get there.
Dang it, I don't have any magic fuel. No, I don't even know how to...
There, I got
advance
Parsec in my... I opened it up in a tab in my browser, so now I'll remember it.
Whoa. Don't
Yeah.
make promises your ass can't cash.
So much work I gotta do. McKinney says, what's this whole PlayStation Play at Home thing? I think that's just you get a game for free.
Yeah, they'll probably have a play-at-home themed sale one of these days. And then
Oh, probably, yeah. Yeah. They're encouraging you to play at home, not go outside.
Hopefully in a month they'll have another new free game. But, like...
Yeah.
It's hard to think of, like, family-friendly games that they give away.
Mm. True.
Like, what are they going to do next month? Knack?
Yeah.
Knack. I can't think of any other... Yeah, I don't know. God of War? That's way too M-rated to just give away.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, they're giving that away presently. I'm gonna start that one of these days.
Yeah.
I shot
Yeah,
all the lights.
well, that's
These
very
things
cool.
should not be on again.
Fortunately, I don't think we're gonna get this Fox McCloud.
I don't think so. Turns out I might be attached.
Yeah, one of my ideas for channel points involves Grimpen being here too, which would be that you can
What do I have
spend
to do?
points to have us rearrange Grimpen's face.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's one of my ideas for channel points, but we'll have to be in the same room.
Just do channel points to make people like make you chug ketchup or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what people want to see.
And then can we put Tabasco in your eyes?
Yeah. Oh boy. See how many bugs you can eat? Well, That might be all I can handle of this game, because I sure don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Golly.
It was cool. It was cool.
I'm
Cool
glad
to
that I was
check
able
out.
to play it.
Yeah.
But-
And we don't really have any other. Well, maybe we do actually. I was gonna say unreleased games to play in Modification Station.
I don't know. What else do we have
Not off the top of my head. Not off the top of my head, but yeah, maybe. Eventually, we might find another unreleased game to play
true.
in Modification Station.
There's bound to be more. So just tell us your favorite unreleased game and we'll play it.
But definitely, we've got some ideas for translated games coming up.
Yeah.
We got some ideas for randomizers coming up.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna look weird looking back when we're like, so Link to the Past Randomizer was a favorite game, but Castlevania Randomizer's Modification Station game.
oh yeah, but there's lots of stuff like that.
I come to our stream for the consistency.
There's some that straddle multiple categories.
That's true.
Like, we played Resident Evil 7 in VR, but it was in the Spooka Silly category.
It's true, and it could even be a favorite game.
Stuff like that. Could be at this point now, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, our categories, are good. They're
good.
They cover all games.
Exactly. They're kind of an ever-evolving blob of delicious.
Exactly.
Come back in a week and there could be 35 new categories if you want. Maybe not 35. Maybe
We're getting
one.
there.
Probably one.
I think the next one we have planned is number 19.
That's crazy.
This was number 18.
Crazy.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. I got to play a whole bunch of N64.
What else is left?
Kind of don't want to play N64 again for a long time.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
Like, games on that system
yeah.
feel a really particular way.
First of all, there will be a new gaming history set of games tomorrow, and for next week, and I'm pretty sure there aren't any N64 games on it. So
Perfect.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
So go vote tomorrow when the new list is up, and then on Friday we're gonna be back here with Grimps.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's me. That's Grimps.
That's me. Look at me.
And you're going to introduce us to a DS game that probably not a lot of people have played, called Retro
True.
Game Challenge. Whoa! Stay back. Stay back.
Look at that. Look at how cute and clever I can be. If I was in front of the logo, I could be even cuter and cleverer, but I'll always be behind you, it turns out.
Good. I am invincible.
Well, you know what? That's it.
Yeah. You were going to have a good show on Friday, so be there.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for all the bits, Green Rabbit and Alex. They were generous with their bits today.
Yeah. They probably wanted us to
They
do gross
usually
stuff.
are. I love their bits.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for the resubs, Lacko and Alex as well.
Yeah.
And thanks for the comments, McKinley. And all the emotes.
On all the and
ideas.
all the education you guys provided us that we'll definitely retain.
That's right. Every time.
Yeah.
That's why what you come here for is to educate us.
Mm-hmm.
And we come here to be educated.
Yep. We made memories.
Yeah.
Now.
So thanks to you all from my Unicorn Cobra.